If you want to listen to Kenyan music, then tune in to Veli Podcast.
Mambo vipi everyone, welcome to Veli Podcast. This is a brand new season, but first of all, Happy New Year to everybody that's tuned into this episode. Welcome to season 5 and my name is Pesh.
Mambo vipi everyone, I go by the name Veli, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Veli Podcast. As always, you know we serve you nothing but the best of Kenyan music. So on this episode, we'd like to do kind of end of a decade, the last decade, what has been happening in Kenyan music scene since 2010 up to 2019. So we're going to pick just the highlights, vitu zili happen, norma throughout those years. So starting in 2010.
Wow. So in 2010, I'm just going to be frank about it. I was in high school. Mr. 2010, ulikuwa wapi? Adoveli?
2010, I was a child soldier in Sudan, Bargazel to be specific.
Yeah, so that was it. And the industry for me, I say back in 2010, I was listening to a lot of gospel music. I still feel that then gospel music ndio ilikuwa inashika sana. Actually, I was saved. I'm not ashamed to say that. Mimi nilikuwa nimeokoka.
Awesome. Me, I don't know if I was saved or I was in between that. But you know, kama we ni Catholic, your question pia inakuanga na kutatiza kiasi. But anyway, me, I knew nilikuwa najua Mungu ni nani and all that.
Yeah, so we had a lot of music. We had, on the gospel side, let me just reflect on that because that's what I was listening to. Tulikuwa na watu kama kina BMF. I don't know if you remember BMF.
Yeah, BMF, they were representing H-Town, aka Huruma kwa kina Tony Siuma.
Apo sawa. He had a lot of artists back then. Yani, I think also Willie Paul's career had begun.
At that time, I don't remember, but maybe.
Maybe, sinjo? Yeah, and as in we had a lot of Genge back then.
Yeah.
We had the likes of Matrax.
Yeah.
We had Major as well. And there was just a lot of good Kenyan music still back then in 2010.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have like sufficient data to tell you what was happening in New Nairobi scene. Actually, New Nairobi scene, I don't think ilikuwa imeanza, but artists, I'm sure kuna some of the artists that were active then, but that data is not out there. So if you see us, we are doing this right now, just know some years ahead, itasaidia the guys that will be there trying to document Kenyan music scene. So we're just trying to play our role so the future people can figure it out.
And this year, in this year of 2010, Matrax track, inaitwa Get Down.
Awesome. So Get Down actually was released in 2010 and actually pia ni kama alikuwa anafanya wrap up ya how Kenyan music was like, because anasema DJ anacheza maloko za zamani kala mashaka na tumetoka wapi Githurai Mona Lisa na So also he went ahead and actually alitaja dance style that used to rock many dance floor in Kenya, akina Kadunga, Kuku Chinese, dance. Kuku dance, you see. So pia kivyake, he was trying just to bring the memories back with the song, and actually the song went successful and being a hit across Kenya. And Matrax 2010, we give it to him. So going to 2011.
Wow, in the year 2011, once again, me bado nilikuwa high school. But moving on, we had that group that, yani mili nishtua tu, Camp Mula.
Yeah, so actually, back then when I was still back in Sudan, I was still a child soldier, but my iPod was working still. So nilikuwa na uriji, by the way. It was not touch, but ilikuwa nile ya kuzungusha. You know the deal if you know this thing. So Camp Mula at that time, they were hitting through SoundCloud and also YouTube. So they were doing their freestyle posting on YouTube, and also their music was available in SoundCloud. So they were just trying to be known and doing freestyle here and there. And throughout the year, they were managed to release a major, like let's say a standard song, because it did not hit like across the country. It's only a few urban guys that knew about the song. And that's the year they did release Party Don't Stop featuring the king of rap, but then known as Kolo from Kleptomaniacs.
Hapo sawa. So let me just, for the record, me and sikuwa najua SoundCloud lili or YouTube. We just have to, nilikuwa nangoja sana the beat. during holidays just to get the music beat, because I used to listen to a lot of Kenyan music and I still do. Back then, also in 2010, let's not forget about Size 8. Yani, there was this girl who just came to the industry with red hair and Arusha Migu Kila Mahali. She had a track called Shamba Boy. Then she came through with Moto. Yani, Size 8 back then, yani was the deal.
Yeah, so Size 8, I don't know if it was the time she was still in Caliph Records or the time she was leaving, but also she had chart-hitting songs then. Alikuanga a household name, and you won't miss a gig without Size 8, because in a way she was like our Nicki Minaj.
Hey, ati leo tunawasha moto fire.
I'm ashamed by the rest of the lyrics, so I can't continue from there.
So in this period of 2011, Camp Mula's track called Party Don't Stop. I can't quite remember the name of the album this track is from, but you can always comment on it.
Awesome. So Camp Mula coming through with Party Don't Stop.
Let's move on now to the year 2012. Yani, this year we had Punit, we had Kolo. It's like we had the biggest jam I've ever had back then. You Guy track. We also had Bahati. Kama najua Bahati still career yake ndio ilikuwa inaanza in 2012.
Yeah, so in 2012, a lot was happening in the Kenyan music scene. So unasikia a man like Bahati alikam through, and then also Wagenge Hao, aka Punit, brought by Nonini, walikuwa wamehit the scene mbaya sana. Actually, if you do check CTA, that is clearing the airwaves, and it's done by Esther, used to be a rapper, ako pale YouTube, and kwanga na document about stuff with Kenyan music, but they were sent to somebody like him. So Msioka was talking how P-Unit walikuwa wamehit, even Chibude, he was curtain raising for P-Unit at the MTV Mama Awards. I don't know if the MTV Mama Awards or is the Channel O. So if you can imagine down the line how Chibudi has grown and how P-Unit has stuck just to be known in Kenyan alone, you can just imagine how huge P-Unit was back then.
Hey, that's true, because P-Unit was it. I mean, as in me, I don't remember a time when P-Unit wange drop track na tuache kushangilia, because kulikuwa na track ile ya kushoto kulia na you know, all of that, na they were banging in clubs in everywhere kwa roadshow pia. So yeah, they came through with the biggest track featuring Kolo, inaitwa You Guy. This track is off their second album, inaitwa Wagenge Hao Tena.
Awesome. So moving on to 2013.
2013 was yet another big year for P-Unit. Nominations, winning some awards here and there. So to start us off, let's just start from on a lady's perspective, tuanze na Wangeshi. So in 2013 we had career ya Wangeshi ndio ilikuwa inaanza. If you know Wangeshi, yani she has this track with Scam Cardinal inaitwa sana sana sana. You go ahead and listen to it. But her career ilianza in 2013. If you don't know, now you know. Alianza her debut EP was called Chakula ya Soul.
Awesome. So in 2013, actually this is a year so many female rappers were seen in the scene, and that was courtesy of man like Kaka Sungura, aka Rabbit, aka Wajinga Nini. So now the guy Ali released a song, the remix to Ligiso, and actually he had like the best of the best when it comes to somehow the rap scene in Kenya, because the first, but alikuwa basi kiasi angeanza na madema alafu na atuchambulia mabuda hapo but then. But anyways, alitoa Ligiso remix, and it had people like J.A., it had people like Chihuahua, Mad Tracks, Major, and so also alikuwa on another segment. The song was long, like 11 minutes. Yes. And then that way alikuwa na mafame MCs. Yani mafame MCs yenye walikuwa natokea around that time. And it's true that time tulipata Wangeshi, Femi One. Petra. Back then she was known as Femi One Shiko. And also there was Petra, kulikuwa na mademu wengi, Lyra Oko, and also who else am I forgetting? Raz. Oh, and Raz. By the way, from all those females when you were like propel up to now tunasikiza ni watu kama Petra, Wangeshi,
Femi Uno,
and also Femi Uno. Yeah. So like 2013 was like a year for the ladies, because from there actually most of them waliendelea kujipush.
Also in 2013, let's not forget about P Unit having won an award, Channel O Awards. Yani they won in the category of the most gifted. Let me get that right. The most gifted African East video, P Unit featuring Kolo with the track You Guy.
Actually, they didn't not only won one award. Which one was the second award they won?
They also won the most gifted raga stroke dancehall video for the same track, You Guy featuring Kolo.
So actually, see the same. That is like 2013.
Yes.
So 2013, that is the year they did won those awards, but applauded for what they had done in 2012 because You Guy was released in 2012, and then the awards was happening the following year, which was 2013. Heading to which year now?
Into 2014.
So you guys don't get at us because I understand the Ponit and Kolo track was not a featuring. They were sharing equal royalties because they done the song together. It was ideas from both camps. So they decided not to call the song P Unit featuring Kolo. It was just P Unit and Kolo. And actually, kama msiokange kwanga, one of those lazy producers, this song will have never come out because Msioka alisema P Unit and Kolo had a show in Southern Sudan, where I'm from. And from the time they jetted in Kenya, they head straight to studio because they had this vibe. They already created the chorus and everything. So they just wanted to voice a beat and release their song. And that's how P Unit and Kolo gave you a hit known as You Guy. And that time they are calling themselves the Fantastic Four.
Yes. Fantastic Four. Let's head on over into 2014. And this year we had the biggest jam. Yani kutoka Mombasa to Garissa. This track was being played in every traditional wedding. In every wedding pia it was being played. I think it had 2 videos to each. Jukwanza Sauti Sol. They did a video of them dancing to the track. Alafu then later they released an official video to it. If you're familiar, Sura Yako is the name of the track.
They did release 2, actually I think these 3 videos. Because if I can remember well, the choreography was called Lipala Dance, and actually the late Bob Colimo did participate on that.
That's true.
And also the remix was featuring Iyaya, the Nigerian artist, but that song didn't hit the way Surayako original did well. And this same year, a lot was happening also. So what are some of the highlights?
Also in this year, Sauti Sol came through with a controversial song because walikuwa meunga and they were talking about, as in Islam, it's something that wasn't heard of then. Wakaimba Nishike. We also had Billy Paul and Size 8 with the track Tam Tam. And then we had Elani coming through also with Kuku in the same year.
I don't know what song with Kenyans because when P Unit did release You Guy, people were saying the video is, I don't know, Rauchi, I don't know, Sijuma Demo Medunga Bikini, I don't know, something like that. That was all propaganda. Same thing they said with Sauti Sol when they did release Nishike. Same thing. It was just people trying some angles to talk about the song, of which you guys don't know. You are helping this song to reach more people and to hit even across many places. And actually, those 2 things did help those 2 songs to reach more people and hit across. And also, if I can remember in 2014, I think 2014, somehow, tunasema urauchiness ya Kenya ilianzia hiyo time because that was the same year a guy called, what's the name? The guys who did Pombe Bangi. That is Tez and man like Rajay. And also, I can confirm to you that Chris Kaiga was part of the production of this song. So you can see this is the year 2014. Chris Kaiga was in the scene, but Chris Kaiga nakuja kuhit around 2018, towards the end of 2018. So if you can see the grind, it has been so long for him to hit in around 2018. Only a few can understand the journey the man has gone through. So 2014, I think kulikuwa na mambo mob tu in the industry. I can say it's like ndo wa Kenya walikuwa wameanza showbiz in that same context. Because I can remember that Pombe Bangi song, it led back then when Kina Chris Kaiga released it, they were still in campus and they had to be like banned because they were like, what do you call this shit? They're promoting
use of bangi.
No, that is the use of bang. They are promoting like ratchetness. So they had to be dealt with seriously.
Okay, now let's get into the year 2015. And we had one huge gospel track towards the end of the year by one Masi Masika. Also in this year, yani, if you know August Alsina, alisema he's not working with Octopizzo.
So in 2015, a lot was happening. So like that is the same year, like tulikuwa enthusiasts like, hey, man like Octopizzo has been in the scene for a while now. He's international. Alisema hadi kwa Twitter handle amechange anajiita Man's International. So is that same year like he did release a single. Later on we came to realize ilikuwa to go to his album, and the song was titled Could Be Us. And he had said the song is featuring August Alsina. And the chorus ilikuanga na vocals za August Alsina. So you couldn't like say like it was clout or anything. But when the song was being shared across social media, you know, people are tagging August Alsina. Hey, August Alsina had to make a tweet and said he doesn't know Octopizzo and he has never worked with anyone called Octopizzo. And even the story kaisha. So also like 2015, Mwema by Masi Masika. Actually, the song was released in 2014, 22nd December. So the song didn't like hit in 2014. It took over in 2015. That's why it is the song that we felt like did do well in the year 2015. As far as the statistics are saying, man.
Let's get into the year 2016. This year marks the last Kisima Awards. It actually marks a lot because also Nyashinski came back to Kenya in this year, or rather still back into the music industry in this year as well. We also had Mikasa Sukasa. Yeah, we had a lot in this year. Just to mention a few, we had Adabu by Della. We had Mashisha, that's Hat the Band, and Ben Sol. There was a lot of action in this year, in the year 2016 to be precise.
So 2016 marked the return of Nyashinski, and he did take the industry by storm. As in the Kenyan music industry scene, I've never seen anyone anapewa sifa like Nyashinski. Even the artists themselves, leave the fans alone, even the artists themselves, walikuwa na msifu like the way the guys come back. With the comeback of, I don't know if there will be ever any artist in the 254 to do a comeback like Nyashinski did. Yake ilikuwa so huge, and because he didn't have just one hit, alikuwa na like 2 hits that same year. So like people are like, damn, this guy kwani alikuwa wapi? Alikuwa anapigisha ulimi tizi nini? Because the way he came through ni like alikuwa amepanga, like yana nasema like alikuwa amepanga, because kwa hiyo ngoma anasema ajarap since 05. So like that is like 10 years the guy has not been doing music, and then he comes back and awasha nyi wote nika mulikuwa mmelala. But anyway, it was a wake up call to the Kenyan artists, because also pia alikam through akiingilia wasee venye wanakatinrizia Naija, na kuna Naija night na Nairobi. So yeah, the guy alikuja tu vizuri tu akiongelea maishu zenye ziko kwa industry, and also pia na document vitu wa Kenya wamekuwa kipitia, hiyo story ya Pastor Kanyari kupanda mbegu. Like he was abroad but hizi vitu bado alikuwa anajua. And then the funny thing about Nyashinski, mimi nilikuwa nashanga like all those years amekuwa majuu, like he didn't even have an accent. Mimi wallahi nipatieni wiki moja nikienda tu Minnesota, narudi hapa, I can talk like you will think nimezaliwa huko.
Yeah, that's Nyashinski yakurudi na accent. But one thing on that Nyashinski comeback, let's not forget what Scam Cardinali said about it.
But I don't think that is happening. Actually, Scam Cardinali sema Nyashinski what's the exact word? Ati ambia Nyashinski tukimpoteza hakuna comeback nyingine. Pull out.
That's right. Then we had Banko Tuch, the remix. Vic Maslow Dola and Octopizzo. There was a lot of activity in 2016, Missy G kule. Yani it just yani tu ni kama tu ili erupt.
Yeah, so like I think tuseme like it was like somehow wasanii walikuwa wameamka like wanataka to take this Kenyan music to another level, and also kushow Naija Kenya ni ya Wakenya. Wezi kuja wawezi kuja na mziki zao Kenya, wa brainwash wa Kenya, watunyang'anye wa resh na bado watunyang'anye ma stage
bana kila kitu
haiwezekani. So they had to like do something for the industry and also to make the Kenyan crowd and fans to appreciate their music more and just to support the Kenyan music. So but that time that's when like there were a lot of songs that hit, and one song that really stand out was Banko Tuch by Vic Masluo Dollar. The guy had, by that time he was releasing that song, alikuwa ameka kwa industry for long. He was just looking for a major collab. And actually from interview Octopizzo head, alisema like the guy alikuwa ameitisha Octopizzo a collab for a long time. Alikuwa anatumanga tu mangombo kwa hiyo zi ko inji zi. But the moment alitumanga Banko Tuch, because already Vic Masluo Dollar had released the original version.
Yeah.
But when Octopizzo alisikia alisema this one can be something. So alienda studio, wakad saxophone nini pimp the audio, and then it came out mwah, and everyone did love it, even though some didn't understand like the luo in the song, but some phrases zilikam tu zikabamba watu like Banko Tuch, pesa otas, stuff like that.
Yeah, also in this same year, yani, it's the same year we had Bedroom Matters of the OGs ikiwa exposed with Mikasa Sukasa, Kashi hapo hivo, and Calligraph Jones. So, as in, this is when, for the first time, Kenyans publicly, or there was a public declaration by Calligraph Jones of him being in a relationship.
Oh, sema hivyo. So sema Bedroom mara mimi ashanga kwani walitoa ma nudes.
Hapana. Okay, Bedroom Matters ndio ina mislead, acha nitoyo jina.
No.
So I think that was one of the major aspects that pushed the track actually to 1 million views and over.
I'm sorry to tell you that those views were bought. I'm sorry. But it was the song did hit 1 million real quick. I think it was like less than a month, it had like 1 million hits, but Kali at time confirm he did purchase the views. And also, they did ask, do G's go to heaven? I don't know the answer to that, but G's also get lonely. That's why Leona Kali aki come through na Kashi. But what I like about the song is that the back and forth, that was something that was really missing in a lot of Kenyan music. And when OG, I'll take a hit song, and the beat was already done, so they did sample the beat, and the way Kashi and Kali were going back and forth, I think that was the thing that really catched people. And for me, that song was like a major one, a nice way for Kali to introduce Kashi to the industry.
That's right, I do agree. Also in this same year, watu walianza kubash Veli Paul sana. Let's not forget about his collab with Sauti Sol, Take It Slow. And then watu wakaanza kusema, amekopi Diamond because of, he's in a green, and because of look yake, na gari, all of that. So watu walianza kubash Veli Paul sana hapo around 2016 for that collaboration.
Let me tell you something. Anyone that knows me from the day one, I told people, if you're listening to Veli Paul and you're like, this guy singing gospel, I'm telling you, are lost. Me, that time, since I've heard of this gospel that people are calling gospel music, blah, blah, me, I knew it was business for this guy, because there's none of those songs I could listen and say, oh, damn, I feel like getting saved and give my life to Christ. Damn, I've been living a very F-up life. I was like, no, this guy are not doing me. I did understand this guy just doing business, because at the end of the day, they must get booked. They must get their money to sustain their music and their normal life. So if you are there bashing Veli Paul, hey, you're copying Chibudi, you're doing this, like, I don't know. The guy was just trying to reach many masses as possible. That's why he had to hooked up with the best in KE music, and that was Sauti Sol. I don't know about you, man.
I do agree that it's all about the business part of it. But for me, Veli Paul, whether he sings gospel, whether he sings love songs or whatever, me, I'm still a fan though. I'm still a fan.
You can be a fan, but don't be misled by thinking he's singing gospel.
Yes, that's true. Let's also highlight about Sing Kazie, this track.
So actually, this time, Christoph, Timmy T that man, this is what they are here, because you'll never miss a show without these guys.
That's
and
true.
At that time, these were the names that were popping on radio. popping on every article of showbiz, popping everywhere. Like was the year, like the man was top of his game. So people are complaining. I don't know how I can like talk to people and just to get them understand some things about music in general. I think maybe that's why we are doing this podcast. But anyway, so when people talk about Genge Tone, now we are fast forwarding to 2018, 2019. When people talk about Genge Tone, how their lyrics are, I don't know, they're what. They don't remember there were guys like Timmy Dad, guys like Nonini, guys. But you see now, guys like Nonini used to do it in a nice way. They were not like vividly saying everything like that, haga. But because before the time your parole could understand what a haga is, it would take some time. But for this, our guys now today, they're just saying everything plainly. So like back then, people walikuwa na shambulia Timmy Dad, lyrics zake and everything. But then these same guys were the one pumping the music like hell.
That's true.
Because they were listening to the guy. But then they come, hey, this guy. But people should understand, not everyone can sing gospel. Not everyone can listen to that message that Julian is singing about. There will be Timmy, there will be Giuliani, and then there will be ethic. If you want to fall into ethic, you fall to ethic. Don't fall into ethic and then start saying, oh, Giuliani sings some, I don't know, songs. So what basically you should do, just understand that in music, there's nothing like bad music. It's just your taste is different. Yeah, I'll leave you for food for thought with that one.
Also in this same year, we had Kolo coming through with yet another major gospel hit song. He got saved, by the way, the king of rap. Akakam through na Bazukizo featuring this guy. What's the name of this guy?
Bruce Newton.
Yes, with Bruce Newton. Also in the same year, Sauti Sol won an MTV award for the best African group.
So guys, also RIP to Jay Kali. If you don't know who Jay Kali is, that is Jason Kalinga. Actually, also in the same year, 2016, that is the same year he did release The Relationship, which is a single he did back then. It was released in April 8th, to be specific. Currently, the song has like 16.7K plays on SoundCloud. Make sure you check out SoundCloud account by Jason Kalinga. Also, the same year, he did release a song called Balance. And currently, the song has like 32.1K plays. So, RIP to the great Jason Kalinga. So moving into 2017.
Moving in 2017, ndo ile mwaka Kampmula walituchocha sana na reunion. We've been waiting. Sema tu wanarudiana. Oh, there's an album coming up. Oh, there's a project we are dropping together. But up to date, me sijaona any dalili zao kurudiana.
So on that Kampmula thing, I think the same reason that made Kampmula like breakup is the same reason why they could sit down and do just one simple album for us to enjoy. Tufunge deke na tufungue a new deke with a Kampmula album. They refuse to give us that. But anyway, you know, Karun, she's doing a thing. She's popping under Empower and all that. Apart from all the rest of the artists, I know Tayo Tripper is like a DJ and also he's doing production. Shapperman is still at it. And the other guy, was his name? Kusma. Kusma is still doing production and stuff like that. But they are not that really active. I think Shapperman and Karun are the one who are active. Tayo Tripper sometimes anatupatia masingo, but not that active the way like Karun is active. But they are still doing their thing. It's just that walishinda kukaa chini to just give us an album. So guys, if you really want to know the documentation of Kenyan music scenes, like I'm talking about since the years of Akina Daudi Kabaka, the likes of, yani the time when Kenyan music ilianza, when people are playing instrumental, benga, blah, 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 to like the urban now music that you're listening on your radio. There's this book known as Shades of Benga that was documented by Ketebu Studios. Make sure if you can get hold of it, we'll try to put a link on the description so you know how you can get it. But it has like a real in-depth breakdown of Kenyan music scene. So in 2017, who are we kicking with?
We're gonna kick it with Tunji featuring Calligraph Jones with the Macharongani Z remix.
So what can you say about Tunji?
I think this year in this year of 2017 he was really promising. And then after the remix, I don't know. I was really expecting more after the remix. Then he has released a few singles after that, but not up to the same level of Macharunganizi. I don't know, but I'm still expecting more from him.
Can I tell you what your problem is?
Yes, go ahead.
Your problem is you're addicted to hits. True or false?
I'm not addicted to hits, but I like music that I can really relate to, like on an instant.
So the reason why I'm telling you this, but you'll find out later, is because Tunji has been there, but he has not had another hit like Mat Zaronga.
Yes.
Because he did release an EP known as Good Vibes.
Yes.
And then also, I think, I don't know if it's out yet, but I think it will come out in 2020, Good Vibes Part 2. He has been there. It's just that he has not had another major hit or standard song that everyone can jump into it and that. But Tunji came in at a time like, let's say like not so many unknown guys were being bumped or shown love in the industry. But he just released this one song, and shout out to HBR because they are the guys who did like pump this song on air so much that everyone had to like, yo, who's this guy? Hey, the beat is dope. I don't know, stuff like that. That's when like Tunji popped up in the scene and he did Mat Zaronga and OG Kambamba, and OG ni OG. Lazima cloud chase kiasi. So he had to jump on a remix with Tunji. Mm-hmm. And also they did another second video to the song because it was only right for it to have a video because the OG was in it. So we are getting to the last 2 years of the decade, but I know somehow this shit has been so long, so somehow you can get lost. But let me wrap up for you. Like 2010, we did have Mad Trucks with Get Down. 2011, Cap Mula, we partied on Star. 2012, we had P Unit and Kolo with You Guy. 2013, we had the remix of Ligiso by King Kaka and various artists from KE254. 2014, we had Sura Yako by Sauti Soul. 2015, we had Masi Masika with Mwema. 2016, we had Vic Maslua Dollar featuring Octopizzo with Banco Tucci remix. 2017, we had Tunji, the Trap Jesus featuring Calligraph Jones, the OG, with Mat Zarongani Z remix. Yeah. So now heading to 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, 2018 marks the revolution of Genge Tone, the new wave that everybody cannot stop talking about. Then we had one of that amazing concert, the Ngoma concert. Then we had the Dundain track. This track was done by Christoph Magic's Enga King Kaka. And then we had that one major track that got Naiboy on Coke Studio. That's 2-in-1.
Awesome. So for a while I've been thinking like, damn, I'm seeing in the abroad or US market, like people are getting discovered through internet. People are popping on the scene because there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's SoundCloud. But this thing has not really hit in Kenya. Guys, yes, we have access to all these things, but nobody has ever popped in 254 because of internet. Way back then it was Kapmula, but that was like 2010, 2011 there. But since then, nothing has happened. But here comes 2018 and Ethic did release their song called Lambalolo and people just went mad about it. It was crazy. It went viral real quick. By the time people are getting to know who Ethic were, the song was already on 1 million hits on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So from that time is when people came to understand there have been artists down here just trying to push their music. They have been there because after them, there came really a bunch of new artists. Trust me, when this wave started, I didn't like it. Even up to today, I don't like it. They're calling it Genge Tone. But because many guys are calling it that way, and it's the same thing, because even at some time, Ethic were asked if they are doing Genge Tone. They said they are not doing Genge Tone. But then again, if something is in people's mind, you can't you can't escape it. They just had to settle Genge Tone because that is everyone is recognizing them with that, because through that time is when Ochungulo came through, Boondocks came through. So a bunch new artists. And the good thing about this new wave that they call Genge Tone is like it brought groups, a lot of groups. And so from there, like Genge Tone has been associated with so many groups doing music. So I don't know, Pesh, what's your perspective about Genge Tone?
When I first had Lambalolo, because I really did not like it then, but now I do not have a problem with Genge Tone actually. Hata watu waseme sijui video ni ratchet, girls are talking too much, sijui. I don't have a problem with Genge Tone. Sailors, Boondocks, Ethic, whoever it is that is doing Genge Tone, me enjoy to me the dance. I'm gonna listen to your music, I'm gonna dance to it, because I'm here to support Kenyan artists. Hata mtu afanye sijui benga, atafanya sijui nini, me I'm gonna support them. Okay, so let's wrap this up. As we head into 2019. In this year, we had Chukwa Selfie, we had Wabebe, we had Wamlambes, we had the Play KE music, then we had the Oktoberfest as well. We had all of that. Oktoberfest was a major because this was that event yenye ilikuwa na Kenyan artists peke yake. Hakukuwa na international act yeyote.
Umefanya tu nikakumbuka because also in 2018 there was the Ngoma concert which was held at Kani, and it was like a Caliph Records versus Ogopa DJs, and unfortunately I didn't attend that event, but trust me, from what I saw and from what I heard from guys and people who went, it was not something to miss. And I feel so bad I didn't miss that event of the decade, because I think from what we have reviewed, that is like one of the events that was really like people can't stop talking about it, and the experience they had there was I don't know, it was just awesome. And the good thing about this concert, it was 100% Kenyan acts, no international acts. And fasting forward to 2019 to Oktoberfest, same thing. It was a festival, like a 3-day festival. And the lineup from day one to the last day was Kenyan acts. No international thing, nada, zero. And the event was perfect. Nobody complained. And the funny thing about this event, you go to pay just 1,000 bob. Yeah, that is $10 for 3 days. And you get the best MCs, artists, everyone in the industry that is making like noise in terms of music on stage, performing live band. Like people are performing. The main stage was having acts perform with live band. So like the experience was nice. And then again, they were not like hurting people's pocket like CG 4,000 for the pass of the whole festival. So like I can say from our review what we have seen, Oktoberfest and the Ngoma concert were like the events of the decade, and they were not like a fraud to people, and they were so everything was planned like we want to make history in Kenyan music scene. Mm-hmm. So actually that's what it was. And coming to 2019 with the song Chukwa Selfie. Now, this is a campaign song. We're not being paid, by the way, to talk about this song. It was a campaign, HIV self-test kit, and they did a song. When the song was released, the first thing I just realized is, damn, this is a beat by Msioka, because you could feel it. But then again, you could like tell, oh, these guys are promoting something like of to do with self-kit. You could think like they're promoting a phone because they're saying chukua safe. So we're waiting like we are launching a new phone in the Kenyan market, something like that. But it went like, I think like 6 months for people to understand like this was actually a campaign.
That brings me to my question, because it's a campaign about HIV. I'm encouraging people, especially the young ones, to, self-test. Buy a self-testing kit, enda mtaa and test yourself. It's test for your status. But ziko happy kwa hivi. I'm not seeing anybody doing that. I'm not seeing Calligraph doing it. I'm not seeing Fena doing it. Where are they? As in like, akuna mahali is testing kits ziko kwa hivi. Yani people are just having fun at the beach. Ama ni kula watu wanapatanga ukimwi.
Now, Pesh, these are artists. they are creatives. Kura Vitu Mob, they don't just put everything to explanatory. That's why you see like it took 6 months for like people to understand this was a self kit for HIV testing. You get, they can't like show you like, hey, Juakali is going to a HIV center testing
What's
himself.
wrong with that?
That's so, I don't know how can I say it, but it's so like it is not artistic.
No way.
Listen, people,
it's not commercially artistic.
You'll scare people. That's why.
Why.
Let me tell you. That's why Vuta Pumps did hit. It was a song about HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
But they were not like. It was not like kwaherini.
Inakufa.
The way Professor Jeezy and Feroz did their song was not the same way Logombas did Vuta Pumps.
Yeah.
But if you can see now, if you play kwaherini, people won't jump into the dance the same way they will listen to Vuta Pumps. Because you don't want to scare people. You want to educate people.
Yeah.
And you try to be artistic as you can.
What if you miss the point?
You don't miss the point because you have a plan. That is it. If you don't want to scare people, they don't want to scare people. Because if the song could have done, they could have. No. It is an artistic way, unless it was for product placement, and it was not.
Yes.
And also, if it was for product placement, they did it in an artistic way so that it doesn't like shy off people from playing the song or listening to the song, because they want the message to hit straight. And for them, they did their homework well. And kudos to them.
All right, that's it. That's what happened last year in the year 2019. Now, let's not forget about Wabebe.
So let's talk about Wabebe. Okay. In the year 2019 also saw a major hit done by the once and only man like Fatboy Gwash, but nowadays he goes by the name Gwash. And man like Vuva representing 34 Gang. Bad man ting. Representing Don Home to the full. So they did release a song, joint collab together, and it's called Wabebe. Wabebe libeba kila mtu mpaka madonda. That's their anthem when they're trying to jazz a mat. And also, this same year saw the release of Wamlambez Wamnyonyez. Actually, these guys, they took that phrase from Drinks Nama Yanks, we come to. That was done by Decimeters, known as Bonai. And msiokana jitanga hapo kama Mr. Ajab or something. Master Ajab or something like that. Because he's the one who's doing that. Nikona drinks on my yanks, we come to. But he didn't like want to take the credit because atashine juu ya maartist wake. So that was Master Ajab, that is Msioka, Bonai, Brian Nadra, and Concordi. So Sailors took that from their song Drinks Down My Yanks, and they went ahead to release the song. Also, funny thing is that the Decimeters were also looking forward to like release Wamlambez, but yao ilichelewa. And now this is where I find it when people say perfect timing. Walichelewa because they wanted to release something perfect, because they had done quality-wise in terms of audio and everything than Sailors Wamlambez. So, but walichelewa, and Sailors came through, wakaibia wave yao hivyo. So ile Wamlambez watu wametambua ni akina Sailor, because everyone went berserk about it. It was just Wamlambez,
Wamnyonyez.
And that was like 2019 for you. I also saw even they had to hijack Jamie Foxx to just say Wamlambez Wamnyonyez. And it was crazy. Mtu alikuwa anaingia kwa tipla anasema Wamlambez, na ni saa 7 usiku mtu analazima amjibu. So it was crazy. And like 2019 Sailors waliekelea kazi mbaya sana, like let's say the whole hip hop scene. And how can we forget Soul Generation?
Damn.
So for a while I've been, if you can remember 2018 when there was like Play KE, and then they came the conversation that like the gatekeepers or the pioneers. Even me, I used to say that like they don't have like protoges. Like you find somebody like artist A has been in the industry for like 15 years, but he can't tell you like, you see, I brought these guys. I brought A, B, C. Look at them. They have hits. They are performing across Kenya, across the world. They have released albums. I don't know, stuff like that. they didn't have like that. So guys were saying like our industry is dying because our pioneers are selfish. They just want to be them. It is artist A for 20 years without even releasing like a protege.
Yeah.
Saying like, okay, somebody comes and say, you know me, it is artist A who helped me to be where I am today. And guys went straight in to Sauti Sol. And then me, I was like, you know what? You guys just chill. I know Sauti Sol, if they want to like bring out their proteges or to help guys to the industry, they won't do it like shagala bagala. Hey, I'm supporting artist A and check out his new single. And that is the end of it.
Yeah.
You'll never hear Sauti Sol talking about that artist again. You just hear them, they're performing in Sweden, I don't know where. Now, when it came to 2019, they did release Soul Generation, and it had Kaskazini. It had who else, Pesh?
It had Crystal Asige. It had Ben Soul. It also has Nviri the Storyteller.
So now, Sauti Sol, I think 2019 is their first year. Actually, 2019 is not complete because they started in 2018. So it's not even 1 year. By then, this episode is coming out. They have not even Soul Generation has been here for 1 year.
Yeah.
But in less than 1 year, these guys have top charts. They're everywhere.
Yes.
And like everyone is talking about them. So like it's not like a struggle for Sauti Sol to push this artist because already watu wamewakubali na already wametoa muziki watu wanaweza enjoy. So like Sauti Sol, they're still there shaping the Kenyan music scene because at the moment they're like the international acts that we know. There are a bunch of guys that are also coming up, like they're going to that international status, but Sauti Sol, they did it. Veni Vidi Vici. They came, they saw, they conquer. So for them, they had to bring their proteges to the industry. Pesh, anything you have to add?
On that Soul Generation, yani, they've indeed taken us by storm. Ben Soul, the songs he has released in the course of the year, Viri with Pombe Sigara, and also, what's the name of this other track that he did?
Overdose.
Yeah, and Overdose as well. So maybe 2020 is looking great for Soul Generation and also the waves that are in the country. So looking forward to yet another great decade as well.
Awesome. So you get on the comment section and tell us what you think, what we have missed. Hey guys, it's just a podcast. We can't document everything in here. But you can tell us what you miss and what are the highlights of the last decade, and coming into the new decade. What do you think will be? Are we still going saying Kenyan music is still on the rise? Kenyan music is still upcoming? Because we have been saying that since 2013.
Yeah.
So are we going to still be saying that? Because I think by now things have changed. Anyway, you get on the comment section and tell us. So that was the end of the last decade wrap up 2010 to 2019. So make sure you tune in again to the Veli Podcast next Friday for another dope episode. I've been your host, Veli, and you can catch me on Twitter at Veli Radio. Facebook and Instagram is at Veli.
Yes, and with me, Pesh, you can find me on Instagram at Penina_10, and on Twitter, find me at Penina101. Kaboom.
If you want to listen to Kenyan music, then tune in to Veli Podcast.